is the year 2000X. A super robot named Megaman was created by Dr. Light. Megaman is used to stop the evil forces of Dr. Wily with his 6 robot masters. After defeating the 6 robot masters, Megaman fights Dr. Wily and put an end to his evil scheme. But it's not over yet. Dr. Wily is still ready to return again with 8 more of his robot masters. So now, the adventure continues. One down, 8 more to go. So, I already reviewed the first Mega Man game in my last review. Now, it's time to review the second game out of the series, which is, of course, Mega Man 2. And it is a very good sequel to the first Mega Man game, and my personal favorite out of the series too. So, I cannot wait to start reviewing this game. So, enough introduction stuff. Let's just play Mega Man 2. So what can I say about Mega Man 2? It is one of the most awesome games ever. It is filled with more difficulty, challenging levels, superb soundtrack, brilliant gameplay, and a whole lot of other elements that would blow you away! But enough being dramatic about it. Let's just go in depth on the gameplay. The basic gameplay elements is pretty much the same as the first Mega Man game. You know, just the same usage of platforming and shooting. So, what exactly makes this better than the first Mega Man game? Well, the overall stages that you play in are more difficult than how you play them in the first game. There's more obstacles along the way, and some of the enemies in the levels takes more hits than any of the other enemies in the first Mega Man game. One thing about this game that they did improve on is the amount of levels that you go through. Looking back at the first Mega Man game, there was only 6 robot masters that you fight. But here, they decided to expand on the variety, and this time around, we have 8 robot masters instead of 6. Now that's a pretty good improvement, I would say. I really like the artwork on each of the enemies that they used on there as well. Very well detailed, and that brings me to my next point of the game, the graphics. And one thing that I can say about it, beautiful. Just freaking beautiful. Everything about this game looks really colorful for an NES game, especially the backgrounds for each of the levels. The first Mega Man game had some cool backgrounds too, but the backgrounds in Mega Man 2 are even better, like the Waterfall and Bubble Man stage. Just look at how well animated it looks by having it go down the screen. It looks really fluid, especially for an NES game. Now let's compare that with the waterfall used in Super Mario Bros. 2. Well, it looks nice here, although looking at it, kinda looks like a bunch of lines dropping down the screen. In Mega Man 2, however, the waterfall looks absolutely breathtaking. So, once you beat all 8 of the Robot Masters, and then you go to Dr. Wily, and for the first time, you would see Dr. Wily's castle in a Mega Man game. Again, very well detailed. So now, it's time to bring up to my next point, the music. The soundtrack in this game has gotta be the best soundtrack that I've ever heard in an NES game. Really, just listen to it. I could just listen to this soundtrack over any type of orchestrated soundtrack any day. It's especially nice when you're approaching the Robot Master. Now that sounds freaking epic. But the best music in this game has to be where you first go through Dr. Wily's castle. The music to this level kicks so much butt, I just don't know how to describe it. It perfectly fits to what you're trying to do right now. Search for Dr. Wily and defeat him. Yeah! Now, to check out some of the new items that Mega Man is equipped with in this game. One thing that you get that's first introduced in Mega Man 2 is the energy tanks. you use it to refill your energy throughout the level. Sometimes it's good when all the weapons that you use is weak against your enemy, and so you can use your energy tank to refill. Personally, I save some for when I'm fighting against Dr. Wily. Now, for the weapons. Well, they have a lot of pretty good weapons in this game. One of my personal favorites include Metal Man's blade. Now that can really slice some dice. There's also your bubble weapon, your air weapon, which can blow out these sets of whirlwind. But another thing I should mention when you get your weapons is the 3 items that Dr. Light gives you after collecting your weapon. These 3 items are the precursor to Mega Man's robotic canine Rush, who made his debut in Mega Man 3. But here in Mega Man 2, the items that Dr. Light gave you are just called items 1, 2, and 3. Sounds convenient, especially to make it less confusing. With that much weapons you have equipped, and the awesome gameplay, music, artworks, graphics, etc., then you have what you need to take down Dr. Wily in this second installment of the Mega Man series. Bottom line, Mega Man 2 for the NES. I strongly recommend picking this game up. Actually, no. I don't strongly recommend you pick up Mega Man 2. I beg you to pick up Mega Man 2. Because really, you'd be missing out on this awesome video game. And really, it's like a $5 to $10, or however they charge this game, well spent. So, for that, I give this game a perfect score of 10 out of 10. Yep, that's right. So, now that I'm done reviewing this game, it is time to change gears.